Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if it's your first time here. My name is Troy, and my goal with this series is to show that no matter if you have a lot of monies or a little bit of monies, anyone can invest. Now, if this is the first time you're even hearing of this series and you want to know what it's all about, I'm going to link episode 1 above my head so you can get an understanding of what I'm trying to accomplish with this portfolio. In that first episode, I explained things like why I picked the stocks I picked, how much and how often I'm going to be investing, and the overall goals of the portfolio. Once you're caught up there, feel free to watch the other episodes in order to see the natural progression of this portfolio, or you can just come back to this one to see where we're currently at. With that being said, if you're already caught up and you're here for your bi-weekly update, let's get to it. In today's video, I'm going to go over a quick refresher of where we left off at the end of last episode. Then I'll dive into where the portfolio currently sits, how my recent buys are impacting my cost basis, the all-time best and worst performers in the portfolio, my projected annualized returns based off of the current returns, any dividends received since the last update, forecast any upcoming dividends, and any news or things of note in this portfolio. Now, since it's been 2 weeks since the last update, let me give you a quick refresher on where we left off. So here's a screenshot of where we left off at the end of last episode, aka episode 15. Remember, we had a goal of $75 per holding. The account balance was at $939.35, and this account was in the green by $37.14, or 4.18%. So now let's see where this portfolio currently sits. So looking here, remember, we have that auto investment of both $60 every other week and $5 into every stock happening now on every other Friday. And that's just so I can do these screenshots and stuff over the weekend and get this video as soon as I possibly can to you guys earlier in the week. All this information is going to be as of the close of market on August 9th, 2024. This portfolio is now 30 weeks in, which means we have a goal of $80 per holding. And looking down here at the bottom, we have a new account balance of $968.75. So next, let's go ahead and see what that $5 addition to the portfolio bi-weekly is doing to the cost basis of the positions in this account with this screenshot right here. So it looks like we increased the cost basis in 6 positions. Therefore, we decreased the cost basis in 6 positions, which you guys can see all the way on the right where it says difference between this episode and last episode. The red means we increase cost basis. The green means we decrease cost basis. So I have this little chart, just a simple way that you guys can see what the cost basis was, split adjusted from when we first started the portfolio and all the positions, and where it was last week and where we are this week. So next, let's go ahead and compile all these numbers up, and let's see what my best and worst performers are in this portfolio since I've had these positions with this chart right here. So for the 3rd episode in a row, we now have a new best and a new worst performer. So there's been a lot of volatility in this portfolio over the past month or two. So it looks like our best performer in this portfolio at this time is AbbVie, up 10.94%, or $8.69. And the worst performer is ALG, which is down 11.98%, or $9.52. So if you look down here at the very bottom on the right, you can see that this portfolio is still in the green despite having a really up and down week over the past week. We're in the green by $6.31, or 0.66%. And now many of you know that have been here before, I have a chart that I compile all this data into to see how this portfolio is trending over the long term, because this is a long-term dividend growth portfolio. So I'm going to compile these numbers up for you guys and share them with you right here. So you guys will be able to see, like I say, I always mention episode 1. I have no idea why. It's just a habit. You start with 1. So episode 1, we just started the portfolio, nothing to report. And the progress or regression of this portfolio the whole way through, all the way down to the bottom at episode 16, which is today's episode, where you guys can see I input that $6.31 in the green, that 0.66. We are 30 weeks in, which gives us a projected annualized return of 1.14%. So you guys can see that this is now the third week in a row that this portfolio is in the green, which is nice. We did have a pullback this week, and last week there was a pullback from episode 14, but I'm just happy to report that we are still in the green. So if we can get some kind of normalization in the market and the things start to stabilize a little bit, we will be staying in the green, hopefully for the foreseeable future. It looks like our record for green performances was from episode 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We were in the green. So what is that, 6 weeks or something? Or 6 updates we were in the green, which would be 12 weeks. So that's the number we're trying to beat here. But now let's go ahead and see what dividends. So this is a dividend channel, right? What dividends have I received in this portfolio over the past 2 weeks since I last updated you guys? So it looks like we've actually received 3 total dividends. I know with this chart, it looks like there's 4, but you guys can see at the very bottom, SPAXX on July 31st is my very first one. That's interest on the cash sitting in the account. We got 11 cents. It does the dividend and then the reinvestment as 2 separate lines. So that's just one thing. So right here, I also wanted to show you the history of our dividends received from SPAXX. We've now received 38 cents from dividends from SPAXX in dividends, or, technically interest, which is 15.57% of the total dividends paid in this account. We've received 11 cents in July, and 10 cents was our previous record. So we were getting a little bit higher. I think this month for August, it will be a little bit lower because I was able to spend some extra cash to even out this portfolio. But we'll see. Like I said, that's all just, gravy, icing on the cake, whatever you want to call it. I'm not really counting on any of those. But what we do count is the dividends that we actually received from our companies that we bought. So on August 5th, we received our first actual dividend for August, which is from Dillard's. And here with this chart, you can see that Dillard's has now paid us 5 cents total, which is 2.05% of the total dividends paid in this portfolio. They repaid us 2 cents the first time back in May, and now they paid us 3 cents in August. So again, very small positions in this portfolio. We're adding very small amounts of money. Nobody's getting rich off of 5 cents, but we're growing the dividends. I don't think there will ever be a time in any of these updates where you guys will see a position that pays us the same in back-to-back quarters. I would be dumbfounded if that ever happened. I don't think it ever will. So we had Dillard's pay us 2 and then 3 cents, which is good. Then on the 9th of August, we received our second dividend from MasterCard, which is now paying us 13 cents total, or 5.33% of our career dividends in this portfolio. They paid us 4 cents the first time. Remember how I said it's always going to go up? They paid us 9 cents this time, which is more than double what they paid us last time. So you love to see that. So now we're going to add all these numbers up. We're going to check to see what we finished July with, because we did have that interest payment come in. And then we're going to check to see where we're currently sitting in August with this chart right here. So it looks like for July, we finished with 76 cents, which was a record for dividend income in this portfolio in any month, obviously. Not a lot of money, but we're just getting started. So everybody starts somewhere. My portfolio that I've been working on for the past 5 years also started just like this. And now I'm getting close to $100 every month. So that's the inspiration for you guys. Obviously, I'm far from where I want to be with that portfolio, and we're far from where we want to be with this one, but we're going to keep building. Rome wasn't built in a day, or whatever people say. So 76 cents is what we finished with July. In August so far, we've received 2 dividend payments, and we're up to 12 cents. We're up to 88 cents for this quarter. We obviously still have the rest of August and all of September to go, and the number to beat is 138 from last quarter. So we'll see if quarter 3 of 2024 can beat quarter 2 of 2024. So stay tuned to that. We are up to $2.44 in career dividends in this portfolio, so that's always cool to see too. So next, I actually wanted to, speaking of what's coming for July, August, what's coming for August, I actually wanted to share this screenshot right here with you guys. You guys can see I took the screenshot on the 10th, which is a Saturday, like I said. It looks like, according to the calendar, we only have one more dividend coming in from AbbVie on the 15th of August. We do have an ex-dividend date. I didn't get that information for you guys. Nobody seemed to care. So that's not why I forgot. I actually just forgot. But nobody seemed to care and pretend that they liked it. So if you guys do, let me know down in the comments. If you guys want to see what that little ex-dividend date on the 20th of August actually is, I can get that information and provide it to you guys in the next video for the remainder of August. And we'll probably actually touch a little bit on September next video. I'm not sure. But anywho, so yeah, there's the rest of that. So we have AbbVie on the 15th. We'll get another interest payment probably on the 30th, because that's the last actual weekday of August. So we have 2 more expected incomes for August. We'll see what that does to our total. And then I actually have something really exciting to announce for you guys. It was a surprise to me when I was updating for this video. CSL actually announced a 17.65% dividend increase on September 3rd. That's never a bad surprise, right? Like, the companies that I own they're going to be hard pressed to do a dividend cut, but they're going to do not only dividend raises every year because they want to keep their streak alive, but the dividend raises that they're going to give should be pretty decent. And that's nothing to sneeze at. 17.65%. Most of us would have to work our day job for probably 17.65 years to see a 17.65% pay increase. But we went from getting 85 cents to $1, or $3.40 annually to $4. So it doesn't sound that big when you're talking about 15 cents per quarter, but then when you put that out, that's actually going from $3.40 to $4 for the whole year. So that's pretty cool. So the yield went from 0.88 to 1.03, which is a 15%, 0.15%. 15% would be nice. A 0.15% increase there, and my annual dividend income from having my 0.21 shares went from basically 71 cents, almost 72 cents to 84 cents, a little bit less than 85 cents. So that's always cool to see. On September 3rd, we got a 17.65% dividend increase from CSL. So thank you very much. But with that being said, that's going to wrap up this bi-weekly update to the Anyone Can Invest portfolio. If you guys are enjoying this series, make sure you guys are leaving a like on each and every video, as it helps me get this content out to others that also might enjoy it. And if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave those in the comments section down below, as I personally read and respond to every one of them. And earlier in the video, I was talking about how my dividend portfolio that I've been building for the past 5 years started just like this. And if you want to see where that's currently at, check out this video right here. But until next time, see you.